Hey folks, welcome back to the show. We've got a whole bunch to cover, including Southwest has had a day. So let's jump into things. We've got point purchase opportunities first to cover. We've got Hawaiian Miles promotion, Alaska Airlines, JetBlue. Hawaiian Miles, you can purchase Hawaiian Miles with up to a 50% bonus. Pretty simple. Go through the Hawaiian Miles purchase page. Everything's going to be in the description down below. You purchase 1,000 to 2,000 miles, no bonus. 3,000 to 9,000 miles, you're going to get a 30% bonus. 10,000 to 19,000 miles, you're going to get a 40% bonus. 20,000 to 100,000 miles, 50% bonus. Now, you can only purchase up to 100,000 miles in any transaction, but there is no limit to the number of miles that you can buy in any year. I'm sure that is going to change once the new program comes into effect, but these are the rules at the time of recording, so there you go. Maximum purchase 100,000 miles, as I said. So this is running until March 23rd at 11:59 p.m. Hawaiian Standard Time, or Hawaiian Daylight Time. There you go. That is very late at night for those of us on the East Coast. So I'll put the link in the description. I would go through top cashback. If you were to make that point purchase, we're using a cashback credit card. You'll get an additional 2.52% cash back on top of things. Not sponsored, just a fan. And if you were to go through Rakuten, you get a 1.25% or 1.25 membership rewards for these point purchases going through points.com. So Hawaiian Airlines, 50% bonus through March 23rd. Going over to Alaska Airlines, the parent company, the mothership. Apparently, they're doing a targeted offer from now through March 16th. You can receive up to a 50% bonus. Now, point purchases between 3,000 and 14,000 miles, you'll get a 30% bonus. Purchases between 15,000 and 29,000 miles, that is going to be a 40% bonus. 30,000 plus miles, you'll get a 50% bonus, or purchasing miles at 1.97 cents per mile. Upgraded Points evaluates these miles at being worth about 1.6 cents per point. Totally up to you how you want to make that reservation, how you want to make that call. But this will be running until March 16th at 11:59 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time. Purchases through points.com. Now, if you are MVP, MVP Gold 75K, or MVP Gold 100K mileage elite member, you have no annual limit on the number of miles purchased or gifted through points.com. But if you're not an elite member, your account may only be credited up to 150,000 miles acquired through points.com in a calendar year. Bonus miles don't count toward that maximum total of 150,000. So if you are not a mileage, if you do not have status with Alaska, you can get up to 225,000 miles through this particular promotion. Sorry, just doing math on the fly on that one. So if you do have status, you're good. If you don't have status, 150,000 tops. There you go. Link into the description. We're going to stay with upgraded points. JetBlue seems to be sending members a targeted 120% bonus offer through April 20th, and that's going to expire at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time on April 20th. Appears to be targeted. I can tell you, I've been targeted. Am I going to take advantage of this? I don't see the need to at the moment, but we'll see where things are in April. Point purchases for the bonus start at 3,000 points. 3,000 plus points, you'll get that 120% bonus. Anything under 3,000, no bonus. You can purchase a maximum of 300,000 TrueBlue points per transaction, and members may not purchase more than 300,000 points in a calendar year. If you purchase at least 3,000 points, you're going to get them for about 1.47 cents per point. So there you go. Same thing. Go through points.com, 2.52% going with top cash back, and 1.25x or 1.25% via Rakuten. So that's everything there for the point purchases. We're going to move over to Danny the Deal Guru, who highlights that you can now redeem Bilt points for Lyft rides. So Lyft is the first rideshare company that is going to allow you to redeem points for paying for your rides. Now, it's not going to be great, but let's just run through this very quickly, where you will get Lyft and Bilt are expanding their partnership. Starting today, Lyft riders who link their Bilt of rewards and Lyft accounts will be able to pay for Lyft rides using their Bilt points, giving them even more flexibility in how they ride. Lyft is the first rideshare company to offer this service. So there you go. You start using Bilt points for Lyft rides. Users must link their two accounts together. They're probably linked together already if you are a Bilt user who is looking to get additional points through Lyft, where if you hold the Chase Sapphire Reserve, you would be getting 10 times points per dollar plus 2 times points per dollar via Bilt. Lyft has a similar program with Hilton Hotels and Delta, and there's one more. I want to say it's a rental car company, but I am blanking at the moment. And now would be a good time for Lyft and Chase to extend their partnership so that I can keep earning 10 times points per dollar, but beggars can't be choosers on this one. Now, what is the rate on this one? What is your cent per point back going to be? It's a paltry 0.7 cents per point. So 3,000 Bilt points will earn you $21 on a Lyft ride, which is enough for me to go to what should be my new local watering hole and back home. But I can only do that once. So that's just because I only have 6,000 Bilt points. Anyway, that is that piece of news. So now we have to turn to Southwest. This isn't going to be easy, so let's just rip off the bandage. Southwest was known for the longest time to be the airline that allowed you 2 free checked bags when making a purchase of a ticket. That's going away. These were announced in a press release from today, but the announcement also didn't mention what the check bag fee will be. So this isn't wonderful. If you are A-list preferred or you purchase business select tickets going forward, you'll still receive 2 free check bags. So Southwest is making a play for you to want to become A-list preferred or for you to just buy their business select product, which we still don't know too much about. If you are A-list elite or you hold a Southwest credit card, you will get 1 free check bag. And this is a fumble by Southwest. Now, Southwest has 3 credit cards on the personal side and I believe 2 business credit cards. The lower tier cards could have included 1 free check bag, and then the higher tier cards could have done 2 free check bags. Now, Southwest and Chase have renegotiated the card structure, and you're going to be rolling that out as part of these continuing changes with Southwest, including assigned seating, including a number of other things coming down the pipe. This is the first and the worst of the news. Hopefully it doesn't get much worse, but do not count me as hopeful for that. Everyone else will have to pay for a check bag though Southwest has not released exact pricing. And that is where it's going to hurt. Like, you are comparing to other carriers. Are you going to be competitive? Are you just going to slap a $49 per bag fee? Are you like, this sort of nebulousness is not going to help Southwest in the interim. Maybe they come in with, it's only $29 per bag. Even then, you went from 2 free bags to maybe 1 free bag, maybe 2 free bags, and some nebulous number. Nebulousness is not good for customers, especially in a time of economic questioning. Questioning might be the best word. Gets worse. So Southwest is also introducing a basic economy fare, which will now be their new low-cost basic fare starting on May 28th. Southwest hasn't shared all the details, but it's likely that these fares will come with significant restrictions, potentially impacting seat selection, boarding position, and even carry-on allowances. This new fare tier is aimed at attracting price-sensitive travelers who currently opt for ultra-low-cost carriers like Spirit and Frontier. No, they're not. Spirit and Frontier are still having issues with profitability. Why? Oh, I don't know. Maybe it's got something to do with private equity firms. Maybe it's got something to do with the cost of jet fuel. Maybe it's got something to do with all these other things, but they're not turning a profit at Spirit and they're not turning a profit at Frontier. Choosing to do this is probably not the smartest business idea. We'll touch on that in just a second. Another negative aspect of the basic fare is an earlier end to flight credits. So if you cancel a Southwest flight, you receive a voucher that was good to use for another flight in the future. There was no expiration on this. That credit now expires in 1 year from when when the credit is issued. And basic fares, you'll see that expire 6 months after the ticketing date. So previously there was no expiration. Now, if you're flying anything other than basic fares, there's a 1 year expiration. And if you're flying a basic fare, there is a 6 month expiration. So there are going to be more changes as well coming down the pipeline, as we know that they are working on they're working on assigned seatings, but also announced today there will be variable price award pricing going forward. And over the weekend, they slashed your earning capabilities on some fares, and other fares will get more points depending on what fares you're doing. So Want to Get Away was slashed from like 6 points per dollar on a Want to Get Away fare down to 2 points per dollar. Want to Get Away Plus went from 8 points per dollar down to 6 points per dollar. The business fares will get more. This is not fun for Southwest loyalists. This is how to ruin your company in like however long the official press release was, because yeesh. All right. So CNBC had a piece. I did want to highlight this real quick. So one moment. So Southwest CEO Bob Jordan, this is coming from CNBC, had cited the company's longstanding bag policy in its earnings call last July. After fare and schedule, bags fly free is cited as the number one issue in terms of why customers choose Southwest, Jordan said. Southwest has changed their tune. What's changed is that we've come to realize that we need more revenue to cover our seats, COO Andrew Watterson said in an interview with CNBC about the bag fee changes. We think that these changes that we're announcing today will lead to less of that share shift than would have been the case otherwise. Jordan said Tuesday that the new baggage policy will likely help drive signups for its co-branded credit cards, and that it made sense because of its commercial reach, listing its tickets through outside platforms like Google Flights and Expedia. In contrast to our previous analysis, actual customer booking behavior through our new booking channels, such as MetaSearch, did not show that we were getting the same benefit from our bundled offerings with free bags, which had led us to update the assumptions. So, previously, Southwest had found that their 2 free check bags was keeping customers around. That was actually stated as a big reason for things. The previous COO highlighted that is what keeps our customers here. That person left Southwest not too long ago. And it was probably at the behest of Elliot Investment Management. And Elliot Investment Management is a private equity firm who has their hands not only in Southwest, I believe they also have their hands in Spirit, or had their hands in Spirit before Spirit went private, have had their hands in Frontier. And Elliot is a slash and burn. You're going to drive profits by cutting services. You're going to drive profits by hurting your customers because you're going to charge more for the things that you gave them previously, while cutting out other ways that like made your business pleasant. Elliot and private equity in general is a scourge upon business. And if you are looking to, I don't know, be nice to customers, when private equity gets involved, bad things happen. So there we go. That's going to do it for this one. If you like what I do, hit the like, subscribe down below. I don't have anything positive to kind of end there. The pain is starting at Southwest, and it's only going to get worse. So there we go. And check out the Stack Your Points podcast. We record on Monday nights. Comes out on Tuesday and Friday here on YouTube. Check out my pinned comment for ways to support me outside of YouTube. If you want to become a channel member, that is the Tidbit Collectors membership. That is $2.99 a month. Cancel anytime if you want. I'm going to be doing some member stuff pretty shortly here. Thank you for watching. I appreciate your time. Talk to you soon. Bye for now.